Hello everyone and welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. Today we are going to be playing with the Scripty wedding die. I love this wedding die, it's so cool. But this right here is our wedded couple, and here we have our Scripty wedding die. So many words in there, and you can combine them to make lots more, and we'll talk about that. And then I also have the modern embossed A7 die. So I've already die cut out some cardstock. I have some white cardstock and some of this almost like a burgundy, but I suppose it's more of a red color. And I am going to put these on there at an angle. They were both cut out using the modern embossed A7, which gave them a nice embossed edge, and I love that. And then, like I said, I want to put that on there to be a little bit cockeyed, so that's just using some glue, put that on, and now I'll trim off the excess using my guillotine trimmer. And then this is what we have. So I've gone ahead and die cut everything out. I used some vellum on our wedded couple, and then I have some craft cardstock for our shadow of the Scripty wedding die, and then I used a very dark gray for our actual words. And there's lots of words in there. So I'm going to use them all, and if you use them all together, you've got best wishes on your wedding day. And I think that's beautiful. It takes up the full front almost of this entire A7 card, and A7 is like a 5x7, but there's other options. So you could do best wishes. I did that one the other day, or a few weeks ago. So I did best wishes, and you could use that on all kinds of cards. Then you could just do on your wedding day if you wanted. Wedding wishes. You could also do on your day or best wishes on your day, so that it's not just a wedding card. So you definitely have some options with this many words in there. And all that I'm doing is I am just using some reverse tweezers and little dots of liquid glue to adhere these down to my shadow. Another option is to use like a sticker paper. So you could die cut these out, put your cardstock through your sticker paper, and then, or your sticker maker machine, and then die cut it out from there. And that's another way that you could adhere these. But this is just as easy, and I love that these are delicate, but they're not so delicate that you have a hard time putting them down. And the glue that I've chosen dries clear, and matte, so that if it seeps out the edges, it's not a big deal. And then I want to make sure that I get all those little dots on there. And once everything is adhered, I am going to have to kind of play around with how those are going to fit on there, because it's actually quite a bit of words. It's best wishes on your wedding day. And so it's a lot of words. And you could break it up, put a few on the front, and then put, some words on the inside. So you could do best wishes, and then on the inside, on your wedding day. So again, options. But I decided I want to put them all on there. Now, because I used vellum, I want to make sure that I cover the entire back with liquid glue, and try my best not to have that glue show through, but it still does. I think it works enough that it just kind of gives them movement, which like they're actually dancing. So I'm not concerned about it. That's why I kind of just continued on with it. I thought it was fine. But that is the trick with vellum, is making sure that you have an adhesive that doesn't show through. And if I had really been thinking, I would have put my glue onto my glass mat and just taken my finger and rubbed it all over the back, rather than sticking it to the vellum on the back and then rubbing it around. So that's another option. And so all I'm doing is taking all of those words and working my way all the way down the front of my 5x7 panels. And I have got it all worked out so that this is going to be the full front of an A7. So I have my card base sitting off to the side and ready for when I want to adhere this down, but it is going to take up the full front of that 5x7 card. And we're just gluing everything down, but I do want to use a Nuvo glitter pen. So this is going to be something that is like a watercolor brush, but it's got a lot of glitter in it. Before I move on to that, I am going to adhere my panel down to my card base. Once again, that's 5x7. And then I'll pull out that glitter pen. We'll shake it up really well. This one's a Spectrum Noir. And then I'll just make sure that I'm kind of squeezing as I go, and I can completely cover my wedded couple with some of this glittery goodness. Now you really can't see a whole lot here. It doesn't look like I'm doing much, but I promise you there is lots of glittery sparkle. I'm going around the words and just making sure that I go all the way to the edges. I'll hold it up in the light and you'll be able to see that there is a lot of sparkle on here. and it's kind of fun. It just needs a little bit of time to dry, and you're good to go. For a final bit of embellishment, I do bring in the Melanite Magic gems along with my pickup stick and my tidy tray, and I want to apologize ahead of time. My camera just decided to die out. I had used the heck out of it today, and so it was like, no, we're done. So I don't get the full process of it on there, but I do have a picture to show you afterwards. All I'm doing right now is just kind of taking my pickup stick and sticking a few of those down, but I did decide to be pretty liberal with how many I put on there, and I love the end result. It just seems like putting the little gems on there takes it to the very next level, and I love how that looks. So there it is. If you liked this card, please be sure to hit that like button and definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.